Hello, beautiful souls. It's Emily from Twins in Union. And the other day I was doing my meditation and I had a message come through from Archangel Michael, and it felt like a message for the collective, so I wanted to share it with you. So here goes. Dear ones, I come to you with an important message to remind you of the power and purpose of your mission as twin flames. The planet is ascending and its people are entering an awakening process. Your mission is key. Your mission is a huge one. You chose this mission because you are a pioneer and a leader. Others will soon be entering their dark night of the soul. They will be in crisis. This is where you and your unions will be greatly needed to help guide these souls in their awakening process. You will have already been down the path and prepared to help them. Remember, there are 144,000 unions and 8 billion people on the planet. Your spiritual gifts are needed to guide them. Remember, you are a warrior. You are courageous. You may experience pain in your journey. Please remember to see this pain as a gift and a teacher. Your spiritual lessons bear gifts, and you are needed. You are here with great purpose to serve humanity and coming into oneness. And then at this point in the message, he shows me some oracle cards. So I went ahead and I pulled out these oracle cards that he showed me. So the first one is the world, and then we have the yin yang, and then hostilities, and then Archangel Michael, of course. And as he's showing me these cards, he said he's showing me also the image of Wonder Woman. And he reminds me to do the Wonder Woman power pose to tap into my warrior energy for divine feminine strength. Then he also shows me an image of Superman for the divine masculine. And he's also reminding me of the warrior pose in yoga. So he was very adamant about tapping into the warrior energy to remember the bigger picture here of the twin flame mission, and to help pull you out of those times of doubt. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Wonder Woman pose. You can Google it, or I can leave a link in the description box below. But the Wonder Woman power pose, there was also recently a study done on body posture and how your body posture affects your mind. So it's not so much about your mind affecting your body, but kind of going at it from a different angle where your body posture changes your thought patterns. So really, he was just really strongly emphasizing and adamant about shifting your thinking through how you're holding your body, and to tap into this warrior energy in whatever way works for you. If you resonate more with like the Wonder Woman pose, or if you like yoga, doing the warrior pose, or if you're more of the masculine energy and doing more of a Superman power pose, whatever resonates with you to help you tap into that energy. He was really strongly emphasizing that. He said, tap into warrior energy within you to give you strength and courage. See the bigger picture of your mission. Tap into warrior energies to feel and remember your soul's power. Feeling your power will clear fears and doubts. So, looking more closely at the cards that he showed me, we have these cards, by the way, are from the Energy Oracle cards from Sandra Ann Taylor. And we have the World card. And again, this is emphasizing the ascension of the planet And we see that part of the planet is light and part of the planet is dark. So we have the dark and the light, which also reflects the yin and yang energies. And I don't know if you can see, but if you look closely, there's like this murky, dark water underneath this pier. And there are white lilies. Let's see, is it lily? No, white lotus flowers that are in this dark, murky water. So I did a little bit of research on that, and these white lotus flowers, they're coming out of this dark, murky water, and the white lotus is often referred to as the womb of the world, and it symbolizes being awakened. So this card is also about the awakening. It's the ascension of the planet. It's the awakening of the people on the planet globally and our twin flame awakening process. It's all about being reborn, the womb of the world through this awakening. It also, the white lotus also symbolizes a state of mental purity and spiritual perfection. So globally, we are going through this spiritual awakening, and we are coming out of the darkness into the light. And this card is a number 29, which adds up to 11, which is reflective of the twin flame mission. And 11 is also a master number of intuition and spiritual enlightenment. So this is, again, going back to the ascension process. And then if we look at the number 2, that represents divine partnership in the physical world. And the number 9 is a call of the light worker. The 911, that's the call of the light worker. It also represents universal love and soul mission. So, again, this is just emphasizing with the numerology that this is all about ascension, spiritual enlightenment, the union, the divine partnership in the physical world, and that the union is part of the light worker call, being called to a higher mission. And then the next card, which I just thought it was, when I looked at these cards, I thought, wow, this is really cool. We have, the world, which is, the circle, the full circle. And then we also have, these two cards, the yin yang and the world, are just so similar in so many ways. And they just really go well together. So this next card is the yin yang, and it represents union in the physical world. We see the white, I don't know, I guess I think of them as kind of being like raindrop shapes, swirls, paisleys. So the white one would represent the feminine, the yin, and she is whole and in herself, whole within herself. She has claimed her masculine dot, the orangey, fiery dot inside of her. So she's in balance, she's whole, and that is the feminine energy. And then we have this more like fiery, orangey, golden, glowing yang, the masculine. And he has claimed his blue dot, which is his yin, his feminine side. So they are both whole, and they are both uniquely themselves. The orange is hot, fire, yang, masculine, and then the kind of blue and white colors in the card represent the cool, water, emotional, yin, feminine energies. So we have these two different polarities together, mirroring each other. And then together, it's like, I remember watching one of Janet's messages in Awakened Warrioress, she was describing unions happening and seeing it as two galaxies colliding, like a stellar collision. And that image just really came to mind when I was, looking at this card, because we have, the feminine galaxy or the feminine star, and then the masculine star galaxy. And here we see them, they have collided, they are together, they are in union, they are one. In this beautiful, unending circle and a mirror image of each other. And together, when they have collided and come together, they're creating a whole new level of wholeness, a whole new level of energy, the third energy. And when they are together, working together, that third energy is more powerful than when they are separate. They're more powerful together. They can work together as one to create more change, create more expansion, create more expansive transformation. So it's just a really powerful coming together in oneness. And then if we look at the numbers, it's a number 22. So I thought that was really interesting, because we have the World card, which adds up to an 11, and then we have the 11 plus 11 for the 22. And I just thought that was really beautiful. And then, if we look at the 2 plus 2, that equals 4, and 4 represents, bringing it into the physical world. So here we have the 22, which represents the divine union being grounded into the physical world. And that is so much of what we are doing in our union process, is we are taking our spiritual unions and we are grounding them into the physical earth plane. Let's see, was there anything else I had on that? I guess just with the numerology too, I was thinking about the 22 being the divine partnership, and that it's the 11 and the 11, and it's really bringing God into it. It's like each twin is in partnership with God, and then they are in partnership with each other. And when it all adds up, it adds up to 22. So they're in union, they are ready to fulfill their divine mission, and they are ready to assist others in their ascension process. So this just really ties in nicely with Archangel Michael's message, that, our unions are needed. Our unions are very powerful. This is so much more than just boy meets girl and romance. This is just a very powerful divine mission that we have. And he just was really strongly, the energy was just really strong to please look at the big picture. Please see how important and powerful our purpose is. And then we look at the hostilities card, which, I'm not a big fan of this card just because it says hostilities, but, the message that I was getting, I was like, oh, okay, wow, this is really cool. This makes sense, and, we could look at this card from the ego mind, and this image on the card, if you look at it through the ego mind, he could be in a place of anger and doubt and fear and resentment and bitterness and defensiveness and protecting out of the ego. Or, we could look at it another way, through transcending the ego and remembering the truth. The truth is that we are here for an important mission. So the time has come to transmute any remaining hostilities we might still be holding on to, letting go of all of that fear, doubt, anger, resentment, and transmuting that into what we know is the truth, which is the truth is we are here for an important mission. And if you look more closely, if you can look in this this man's eyes, he is determined. He does not have fear. He has no doubts. He's not sitting into a place of indecision. You can see his strength, you can see his courage. Does it look like he's questioning his path? Does it look like he's scared? Does it look like he's like not quite sure what to do next, or like he's fearful? No, like he's totally like, yeah, I'm here, I know my truth, I'm holding my sword of truth. He knows he's on a mission, and he's prepared to do whatever it takes. He's prepared to just cut through all the illusions of 3D thinking. He's prepared to cut through all the illusions of the ego mind. He knows he has a powerful mission to assist others in their ascension process. And he knows he's a warrior. He's prepared to forge ahead regardless of what obstacles may lie ahead. And, this is like us. We are like this man, this warrior. And we have a lot of work to do. We don't have time to hide. We don't have time to waste. We don't have time to dim our light. We don't have time to be sitting in indecision and questioning things. It's go time. It's time to really step into being the love warriors that we are, and to really own that power. It's a really amazing gift, and it's a wonderful mission. And yeah, it's like, time to really step into this warrior energy. So when we look at the number 26, that adds up to 8. Now, I did a little bit more research on the number 8, because I know, I usually just think of that as, oh, it's the infinity and eternal love. But I wanted to go deeper. So I looked into it, and 8 actually represents, personal power and authority, truth, integrity, manifestation, eternal giving and receiving in abundance. So we have that infinity sign, taking it to a whole new level of really being in personal power and truth and integrity. And then, we look at the number 2. Again, we have the divine partnership, faith, and number 6 is the lovers and harmony. And we're bringing that faith and the love together with a warrior, like, owning our personal power and authority and our truth and our mission. So I thought that was really cool. And then, right next to that we have Archangel Michael. And, if you look at both of these cards, you see they are both holding a sword of truth. So Archangel Michael has his sword of courage and truth, and then, you look at the warrior, he's also carrying his sword. And Archangel Michael wants us to know that he is supporting us in the divine unfolding of our union and our mission. And he's asking us to call on him for guidance and strength and protection, to ask for him to come, and he will be there standing by our side always. So just like, here he's standing right by the side of this warrior, and in a way this warrior represents us, and we're both, carrying this sword of truth and courage. And then the red in the Archangel Michael, it says first chakra. So the first chakra is all about tribal energy, community, family, and he's asking us to remember that we are on his team of twin flame warriors. He's asking us to remember who we are and that we chose this path. And he's asking us to feel our connection with each other as twin flames, as a tribe, to remember that we are all connected as souls in our mission. So really feel into that connection with the twin flame collective. Together we are strong. He's saying that if you also, with the first chakra and the red, that first chakra also has to do with survival. So if you are still carrying any fears about survival, about having your basic needs met, then he's asking you to transmute those fears and transmute that into trust, and know that you are being provided for by the universe, and all of your earthly and divine needs are being met. So, let's see. And then, just the red, you can look Look here, like he looks so peaceful and so calm, but so strong and so solid, and just really standing in his power and standing in his truth. And the red is just really beautiful reminder of like that fire and that passion and that tribal energy. And this card is a number 35, which I was just like, wow, this is so cool, because we have the warrior card, 26 adding up to an 8, and then we have the 35, which also adds up to an 8. So these are, vibrating on a very similar energy here. And I just thought that was really a cool thing to take note of. And again, the number 8 emphasizes personal power and confidence, inner strength, wisdom, abundance, prosperity. So, that's just really powerful. And then if we break it down into the number 3, we have the third energy. Number 3 also represents expansion and freedom and bravery and adventure and passion. That red again, that passion. Creativity, optimism. And in the tarot, number 3 is the Empress. So, there is that expansive passion, creativity, freedom, all of that in the number 3. And then the number 5 is all about change and transformation and courage and healing and vision, motivation, progress, spiritual lessons. So number 5, that really resonates with this whole journey. We're in a constant cycle of transformation, rising in our ascension process, and things are kind of circling around and around on all the new levels as we learn the spiritual lesson, we graduate to a new level. And, we're healing in that process, and we're transforming in that process. And as we're going through that process, we are moving closer into our unions, and we're creating positive change and through our unions. And through our unions, we are transforming and healing the planet, which then takes us back to the World card and the yin yang. So I just thought this was a really beautiful message, and I'm really honored to be the messenger and to share it with you, and I hope it resonated with you and maybe inspired you a little bit to really, get more of a big picture, bird's eye view on what this journey is all about, and just really how powerful it is, and how much of an honor it is to be able to do this healing work for all of humanity. So with that, I am sending you all so much love and light. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.